One thing you never want in this life is pressure from 50 Cent. Because Curtis treats a feud like a long-term career project. He's out here proving that if you're not building an entire documentary about the person you can't stand, then you're not putting in real effort. 50 has been stacking receipts on Diddy for almost 20 years, quietly sitting on information while planning his move like someone who enjoys the slow burn of a long game. Fans are saying he was just marinating, plotting, waiting for the exact moment to drop something explosive. And now that moment has finally landed with force. Sean Combs watches this. What do you think he's going to feel? Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. 50's new Diddy documentary is out, and the wildest part is how he allegedly got his hands on clips tied to Diddy's final days before his legal problems took him away from public life. People can't believe he pulled this off, but this is exactly the kind of moment 50 has been preparing for since his mixtape era, and he's enjoying every second of the spotlight. Meanwhile, Diddy is stuck dealing with everything from behind walls, unable to stop the documentary from spreading. An inside claim, he's shouting in frustration at his legal team as they scramble for solutions. Y'all, Curtis Jackson, there is nobody in this world pettier than Curtis. His lawyers rushed out a statement calling the entire documentary illegal, and they even attempted to push major platforms like Netflix to pull it down. Meanwhile, 50 is over here laughing like he planned this storyline. The moment these rumors started spreading, everything shifted. One small comment from 50 Cent, just a few words tossed into the wind, ignited a conversation that refuses to settle down. People online claim he hinted that he's seen things the world wasn't supposed to see, and instantly, timelines erupted with speculation. Again, none of this is verified, but the chatter is louder than ever. Some followers say 50's tone felt almost personal, like he'd reached a point where holding back was no longer an option. Others think he was simply reacting to the ongoing chaos surrounding Diddy, adding fuel to flames that were already burning. But what hit fans the hardest was the emotion behind the responses. One user wrote, "If what he's suggesting is even halfway true, the industry will never look the same." Another commented, "We've been hearing whispers for years, maybe someone finally snapped." These reactions didn't just create drama, they created fear, curiosity, and disbelief all at once. What made the situation even more intense were the supposed insiders who began chiming in. They didn't provide proof, but their cryptic messages struck nerves everywhere. One claimed that people have been warning about this for a long time, and instantly the internet went into panic mode. Even though no concrete details surfaced, the idea alone was enough to make fans' hearts race. Suddenly, bloggers, reaction channels, and forums were filled with theories, heated debates, and emotional breakdowns. Then came the moment that sent shockwaves through the entire discussion. A voice memo spread online, allegedly from someone who had knowledge of what 50 was talking about. Most people questioned its authenticity, but the impact was immediate. "If this is real, Diddy's circle must be trembling right now," one fan wrote. The memo didn't reveal anything specific, just a heavy, stressed voice saying people should brace themselves. Yet it was enough to create a new wave of panic and curiosity. And through all this noise, one thing stood out. There was a strange mix of sympathy, anger, and raw anxiety threading through every reaction. Some people felt protective of the situation, others felt betrayed by the rumors alone, and many said their trust in the industry was fading fast. The emotional weight of the conversation grew heavier by the hour, leaving everyone wondering what exactly lies behind these claims, if anything at all. As the rumors gained momentum, something unexpected happened. People close to both sides started reacting in ways that made the entire situation feel even heavier. A few anonymous posts appeared on discussion boards claiming that 50's remarks weren't random at all. According to these online voices, there had been tension brewing between him and Diddy for much longer than the public realized. Whether that's true or just internet imagination running wild, it didn't matter, the audience was already hooked. Fans began digging through old interviews, old clips, old social media posts, trying to spot any hidden signals. One resurfaced video showed 50 laughing when someone mentioned Diddy's name, and suddenly the comments section exploded. He knew something even back then, one viewer insisted. Another wrote, "This changes how we see everything." These weren't facts, but the emotional reaction was real. People felt as if they were piecing together a puzzle they were never meant to understand. But the conversation shifted dramatically when people began talking about the so-called warnings that had supposedly been floating around the industry for years. Again, nothing proven, but the idea alone shook fans to the core. One blogger claimed that major figures had once advised newcomers to be careful around certain environments. No names, no specifics, just hints that deepened the mystery. Whether true or not, the audience reacted with disbelief and heartbreak, because these comments implied an atmosphere far darker than anyone wanted to imagine. Then came a moment that everyone described as a digital earthquake. A former associate, speaking anonymously in a live stream, claimed that 50 wasn't bluffing. They didn't provide evidence, didn't show receipts. Nothing. Yet their voice carried this strange emotional weight, as if they were afraid of saying too much. They simply said, "People who know, know." And that's all I can say. The viewers lost their minds. The clip spread everywhere within hours. One fan wrote, "This feels like watching a storm form in slow motion." Another said, "I'm scared for everyone involved." It wasn't just drama anymore, it felt like people were emotionally invested in the unknown, tied to a story that kept expanding with every whisper. What made the situation truly heart-wrenching was the reaction from families and close supporters. Some of them, according to tweets and posts, felt caught in the middle of a war no one asked for. They saw the rumors, the accusations, the fear. They saw the pressure building online, and many didn't know how to respond. One fan page wrote, "It feels like everyone's life is hanging on a thread of speculation." And that comment captured the mood perfectly. The uncertainty, the emotional chaos, and the suspense were now bigger than any celebrity rivalry. It became a conversation about fear, morality, and secrets people hoped would never be real. And still, the central question remained, if 50 Cent truly has anything, why now? Why speak indirectly? Why let the world spin itself into confusion? And that unanswered mystery pulled everyone deeper into the storm. The third wave of chaos hit when social media detectives began tracking every move 50 Cent made. Every post, every story, every caption suddenly felt like a clue. Some fans insisted he was deliberately teasing the public, dropping breadcrumbs to build anticipation. Others believed he was sending warnings, subtle signals meant for people behind the scenes rather than the audience. Whether any of that was true didn't matter, the speculation alone was enough to set the internet on fire. Then, late one night, a clip began circulating online, just a short snippet from an old backstage conversation. In it, someone mentioned Diddy's name, and 50 looked over with an expression fans described as cold, tired, or fed up. The clip had no context. It could have meant nothing. But by morning, viewers were treating it like a revelation. One user commented, "His eyes said everything." Another wrote, "You can tell this goes deep." Emotions were running high, and timelines were filled with heartbreak, outrage, and fear. As the video gained traction, new rumors began surfacing, claims that people in Diddy's circle were feeling uneasy about the sudden surge of attention. Again, no evidence, just anonymous accounts painting a picture of frantic phone calls and late-night meetings. Some said insiders were begging everyone to stay silent, while others suggested the tension within the circle was becoming unbearable. The internet absorbed every word and turned it into something bigger, something heavier. One of the most emotional moments happened when a longtime fan page posted a message saying, "No matter what's real or not, it seems like lives are being shaken." It struck thousands of people. Because in the middle of all this noise, there was a sense of human fragility, a reminder that rumors, true or false, have a way of tearing people apart. And that vulnerability became the heart of the conversation. Meanwhile, reaction channels were running wild. Some creators delivered dramatic breakdowns, claiming that the industry has been holding secrets for years. Others adopted a softer tone, expressing concern that the situation might harm people emotionally. One host broke into tears during a live stream, saying, "The energy around this just doesn't feel right." Viewers comforted them in the comments, admitting they also felt uneasy watching everything unfold. Then came the twist nobody expected, messages allegedly from someone close to 50 himself. The account wasn't verified, but the tone was so intense that it sent fans spiraling. The messages suggested that whatever 50 hinted at was tied to events people have whispered about for decades. Again, nothing concrete. Yet the weight of those words pulled everyone deeper into the emotional whirlwind. "This is bigger than we think," one viewer wrote. "I'm scared of where this is heading." At the same time, supporters of Diddy jumped into the discussion, defending him fiercely. They argued that the internet was dragging a man through oceans of rumors without a shred of proof. One comment said, "We've seen careers crumble because of hearsay. This isn't fair." Their heartfelt pushback added another layer of tension, two sides fighting for a truth no one had actually seen. Fans described the entire situation as a storm with no center. Every hour brought new claims, new theories, and new emotional reactions, yet none of it came with confirmation. And that uncertainty, dark, heavy, impossible to escape, became the true engine driving the drama. People weren't just watching a story unfold, they were feeling it. And still, the world waited, breathless, for the next move. As the dust settles, at least for now, the conversation surrounding these rumors refuses to fade. What began as a few mysterious comments from 50 Cent has grown into one of the most emotionally charged discussions the entertainment world has seen in months. People are still divided, still anxious, still trying to understand where all these claims are coming from and what they might mean. Some believe these rumors hint at stories long buried. Others insist this is nothing more than the internet magnifying shadows into storms. And between those two extremes, millions of confused fans are simply trying to process the whirlwind of emotions stirred by every new whisper. What remains undeniable is the impact. The reactions, the fear, the heartbreak, everyone felt something. Families close to both camps, supporters who have followed these artists for decades, and viewers who have no connection at all, everyone was pulled into the mystery. The unanswered questions hang heavy in the air. If 50 Cent truly has something, why hasn't he said more? If he doesn't, why are these rumors spreading so fast? And if the truth lies somewhere in the middle, what happens next? At this point, no one can say. All we can do is watch the conversations unfold and acknowledge that these discussions, true or not, have pushed the entire industry into one of its most tense moments in years. And now, it's your turn. What do you think about all the claims, the reactions, and the emotional storms sweeping across social media? Do you think this is all just speculation, or does it feel like the calm before something much bigger? Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion matters more than ever, and we want to know exactly how you feel about everything that's unfolding.